I know what the secret of success is, the magic bullet,
Please
the
tell
secret
me.
sauce that everybody's looking for. Hey, welcome to the Insurance Buzz. We are your host, Michael and Courtney Weaver, and we have a very special day today because it is Christmas. So Merry Christmas to everyone. If you are watching the videos, look at our attire.
We have fully committed.
We're about to get elfed up today.
Oh, come let us adore you. That's all I can think right now. We are so festive. Extra bonus, if you are watching, we've committed.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Man, I love this time of year.
This is a fun episode. So in this episode, we have a gift for you. It is going to be our recap of the best reads of 2025. Again, like always, we have no idea what each other wrote down on our super secret pieces of paper. But we're going to dive into our favorite reads of the year. Some of these could be repeat performances. Some could be new. And then I did a little bonus where I added don't look at my paper, where I am going to share what I am reading in the future. Future me, what she has on the docket.
Okay. I got a few on the docket, but I'll be talking about those. You want to share first? You want me to? How do you want to do this today?
Before we get started, I do have a favor to ask of you. It is Christmas time. It is in the holiday season. If you are in the spirit of giving and you love the Insurance Buzz podcast, could you do me a favor right now? And make sure, if you haven't left us a 5-star review, please go in and do that. It is the thing that lets us know that we are continuing to show up and bring you the absolute best content. It keeps us sharp and fresh by continuing to reach more people. And it would mean the world to us. We love doing this. We love sharing with you. We love connecting with you. We love hearing your stories of struggle and success. And the only way we reach more people is by you continuing to share and leave a review. So if you are feeling extra cheery today, I would love that.
Drink some eggnog and leave us a 5-star review, baby. Let's go. Are you embracing AI in your business? Are you afraid of potentially getting left behind? Make sure, if you haven't already, book a call with us at Agency Coach AI. The reviews have been incredible. We are the most advanced AI software solution for you as an insurance professional, giving you and your team the ability to get live grading and coaching on every single call. Doesn't matter sales call or service call. How about the ability to role play full-blown sales conversations, taking the awkwardness, the weirdness, the shame out of the peer-to-peer role plays that aren't that effective? How about the ability to have amazing reporting that's going to give you more data than you've ever had the ability to have as an agency owner? If you haven't booked a call with us at Agency Coach AI, make sure you click the link below. Other than that, let's get back to the show.
All right, I want you to start.
Me?
Yes.
All right.
Give me them books.
This is in no specific order.
Okay.
No specific order whatsoever. But the very first book I wrote down, and it's because it's the book I just finished. And I actually did something different this year with books. So I didn't read as many books, but I read each book a minimum of 2 times, sometimes 3, and sometimes 4. I think 4 was the most I read any of the books this year. And the first book I'm going to mention today, again, it was the last book I read this year, but it was something that really spoke to me and stood out. And I know a lot of you are business owners looking to take your business to the next level in 2026. And I do believe that this is a book that will help you get in not only the right frame of mind, but also a strategic plan with how exactly am I going to accomplish these big audacious goals I have in a short amount of time. So the name of the book is called The Science of Scaling by Benjamin Hardy, and he talks about how to scale your business and use time as a tool. Highly recommend. So that is the first book that is on my mind. I read this book 4 times and I got a lot out of it. I'm obviously not going to spoil it because I want you to take the time to read it because all of us will interpret things in our different ways. The Science of Scaling by Benjamin Hardy.
That's on my list too.
Oh!
So the foreword is read by Tony Robbins. We had a big Tony Robbins year. We invested a lot in ourselves, in personal development and growth. So when I found out that he read the foreword to this book, I was all over it.
If it's good enough for Tony, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. So I would also put The Science of Scaling on my best reads of 2025.
Oh, yeah? Let's go. Same page.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. How about you next?
So I went a little bit different as well this year. So I don't know if it's because I'm getting ready to turn 40, but I can feel something shifting inside of me. Like I just feel like I'm really in my skin, like owning who I am, really becoming firm on like what I believe in and what I stand for. And it drew me to more of a spirituality read. It really had me more curious about belief, mindset, potential, the supernatural, like energy, like what we can become. So there are a few books that go kind of in that realm. And when I started writing them, I'm like, oh, you can tell what I was really curious about. So the first one that I read at the beginning of the year that I loved was called A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. And it's the condensed version of A Course in Miracles. So it deals a lot with spirituality and religion, but it's a lot of belief system too, and really kind of dives in on the whole concept of love and loving yourself. I'll again leave it at that. And if that's something that you're like, ooh, I'd like a little woo. I'd like to feel a little bit more love. I'm a little bit more curious about the things I cannot see. Then I would invite you to at least check out A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson.
A Return to Love. Okay. Do you want to go back to back?
Yeah, I'll go back to back. So staying in that vein of, you can tell where I'm kind of evolving as a human, talking about energy. One of the things that I'm really, really focused on right now, and I know collectively as a couple we're focused on this too, is health. And really diving into how we fuel our body, not just fuel our body from a food standpoint, but also what are we listening to? Who are we surrounding ourselves with? Energetically, what does that look like? So I think one of the best books that I read in 2025, and it's a beefy book, but it's incredible, is Outlive by Peter Attia.
That's a big one. Yeah, it's a good book.
And I know we've talked about this before, but I consistently go back to his longevity protocol.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing, like if anyone's talking to me about their health, their weight, their energy levels, I'm just pointing them in the direction of what Peter Attia's longevity protocol always is. And that's something as simple as a lot of times I will just go on ChatGPT and ask, what is his longevity protocol? Here are the things that I'm trying to work through. Here's like my symptoms that I'm noticing. Here's where I'm feeling sluggish in the day. What would you recommend? But that book kind of started all of that with blood work and everything.
We read that on the way to Sedona.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great book. That was a really good book.
And I have talked about this before, but it is such a big, beefy topic. And the book is so massive. I think it's like 14 hours that it's one of those that I had to go back multiple times. At first you're like, oh, this is cool. But it's one of those books where if you want to just grab a certain section, like heart disease or Alzheimer's or whatever that is, and kind of dive a little bit deeper. So that's the next book.
Outlive. Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I didn't put that on my list, but that was a great book. And as you said, one of the best things we did this year for our health is we did the lab results. And a lot of that we went and got tested based off of the lab results that he recommends. So
yeah, because I think as we get older, I'm just looking at, okay, what are my parents' generation? What are they paying attention to? And what can I find out right now that will set me up to where I'm not in my 60s trying to play catch up? I'm 30s and 40s going, how do I kind of curve that?
Preventative.
Yeah.
Preventative.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to be here as long as possible and have the best quality of life and the most fun.
Man, I'm just going to speak this into existence. I want to, my goal, 140, baby.
140.
I think 140 is doable. Preventative. I'm going for it. All right, book number 2.
Yep.
Book number 2 for me. This one comes up on my recommended books every single year. So if you are an avid Buzz listener, you have heard me talk about this book before. I'm actually going to mention a few that I talk about quite often every single year. And this is a book I recommend reading every single year, no matter how times you've read it. It is called The 4 Agreements by Don Ruiz. The 4 Agreements, highly, highly, highly recommend.
Okay, so you have to get the audiobook of The 4 Agreements. Don Miguel Ruiz goes through the Toltec music and the audio to this in the background. Oh my gosh. Love the Four Agreements. It's something that I have listened to while I was taking a nap in hopes that it would just penetrate my subconscious so deeply that I would be able to operate out of that mindset.
Yeah, it's that powerful.
Ugh.
That's why I'm recommending it.
Yep. Duh. That's why I said it. Okay, I'm just confirming. Okay, so I also put the Four Agreements on there. We actually do, as a team, every single month we have a book of the month. And we assigned books in the very beginning of the year, and we made a pivot halfway through where we started allowing our team to just like BYOB instead of bring your own book. And that was a fun kind of transition.
That's been good.
To hear what everyone was excited to read. But one of the books that we had everyone read that was a crowd favorite was Chop Wood, Carry Water.
Oh, yeah. That was one of mine. I can mark it off the list.
Chop Wood, Carry Water. It's one of those reminders of loving the process. And so many times we want the outcome that we forget that the process is the most important part.
You always have to do the work. And that is what the book talks about.
Not just the work, but the skill, the refinement, the mastery,
Mastering
the dedication, the love of it. It's like, it is literally
carry water.
the juice. Like, is the juice worth the squeeze? And it's like, oh, yeah.
It's a good book. It's a short read. If you've never read Chop Wood, Carry Water, I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic team read as well, as Courtney said. If you're looking for good books in 2026, we've mentioned a few already, but here we go. Chop Wood, Carry Water, on to the next. This is one, I can't remember if I recommended it last year in my recommended books, but this is one that I read multiple times. So I read this book 3 times this year. It's one I've read just about every year. It's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you want to get your mind right, because that's what's really the most important thing when it comes to money and everything you do in life. And there's a abundance type of mindset. There's a way that you should think, and that a majority of millionaires think. And a lot of times we get in our own way. And T. Harv Eker breaks that down in the book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Okay, I'm glad that you said that. I can cross that.
You mentioned that
off
one too?
My list.
Let's
Love that book. That's a great team read as well, because a lot of times we don't realize when we're sabotaging our own success.
Oh, yeah.
And that book kind of goes, okay, I can see what's happening here. I'm going to stick with the same author, Science of Scaling. I'm going to do another Dr. Benjamin Hardy book. And this is The Gap and the Gain. So he wrote this one with Dan Sullivan. And this is for my high achievers who are constantly moving the field goal post, who are constantly shooting for the next thing. The Gap and the Gain really has you take some time and measure where you've already had success.
I haven't read that book yet, so I'm excited too.
So good.
That was
Shifts you into abundance thinking.
That's on
again.
my 2026 books to start. I might get it done before the end of the year, excuse me, right now. But it is on my to-do list. It is the next book I'm going to read, so maybe I'll get it done, but probably not. I'll bring it over into 2026. You want to go next?
Okay, I'll go next. Let's stick with the same kind of like love, woo-woo, energetic.
Okay.
Okay. Conversations with God by Neil Donald Walsh.
Ooh, okay.
Such a good book. Really dives into a lot of spirituality. Again, this was my year of expansion, going into 40 of like, who am I? What do I believe? Really trying to deepening not only my faith, but my belief in myself. And I know within like the fiber of my being that there are so many things that we don't see and we don't understand that are working in our favor.
For sure.
And the more we can lean into that, the more joy and fun and success and bliss and excitement we can have in our life. And that's what I'm here for. So I love these who are we? Why are we here? What is the meaning of life kind of books? And it's a pretty good one.
Man, you're pretty excited about this big 4-0, aren't you?
Yeah. January 6th. It's a big day.
Big day.
It's a big day.
Huge day.
It is. You want to know why I'm so excited about it?
Why?
Because growing up, I thought 40 was old. I just did. I would look at adults and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so old. And where I'm at right now, it feels like I'm just getting started.
Just getting started.
And that's so exciting to me, which is also why I'm so invested in my health, is because the better I feel, the longer I get to be here.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. But yeah, are you kidding me? Yes, it's
40.
40.
And you're like a fine wine. So, you know, you just
got
keep
my-
getting better with age, baby.
I got my Puma claws out too, because I will officially be 3 years older than you for like 6 weeks.
And you know I'm not going to let you not hear about that. 3 years older than me. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. So I feel like 40 is going to be like one of those days when I'm like, so do you feel you know how our parents were always like, so do you feel any different today? You're going to be like, actually, I do.
Actually, I do. I will be on my surprise birthday trip that you have planned for me and kept it covert, top secret. I have no idea where we're going. I've handed over all of my numbers, my entries, my super secret passwords.
You're not going to know until we get there.
I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. All right.
Back to the books.
Back to the books.
Bum, 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 bum. Let's go with, again, no specific order. This is a great book that I've read in the past that I decided to read again this year. We actually made it one of our team reads, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. If you are looking to have a more consistent morning routine, just a more consistent routine in your life where you have goals, and the large part of why you're going to accomplish those goals are because of the habits you instill in your life, because you have to be disciplined with those. That's what the Miracle Morning talks about, and it does a really great job of giving you the exact game plan with individuals that he's helped along the way, stories he personally has. It's just what I consider a really good overall book.
I liked that book a lot. As somebody who considers themselves not a morning person, it gave me a different perspective. So if you're somebody that's like, nah, I'm not going to be a part of the 5 a.m. club, that's not my thing, still at least give this book an option to listen to, because I'm more of a nighttime ritual person, and it talks a lot about a nighttime routine as well.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever.
Yeah.
It's just about what you're doing in that time frame and
Yeah.
habits and things, because how you do one thing in life is how you do everything in life. So,
Yeah. Okay. So this is not a book that I have on Audible, but this was actually on Spotify Premium. If you're watching Spotify, you're seeing the video. What's up? There is a book in there. I'm going to have to look it up, and I don't even know who wrote it, but it's about 90 minutes. And you and I just listened to it, and it's the 12 Universal Laws.
oh, yeah.
I got to look that up.
Super fast. So, that book is awesome because it was a super quick read. It talks a lot about what you're putting into the world and really dives down into it, I would say, from a scientific level. It's going to be a little bit more, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's going to be woo, but it's good. It's really good.
To me, I appreciate understanding the laws of nature. Mm-hmm. Like the physics, quantum physics, energetically. It's not just the law of attraction, the law of relativity. Like that to me gets me into understanding just how things work in a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like the law of universal oneness, how we're all connected. Come on now.
How about your vibe?
Exactly. Raising your vibe.
What? Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend it because he talks about, because actually, I'll go ahead.
So it's Manhardeep Singh is who sings it, who reads it. And it is the 12 Laws of the Universe, and it's on Spotify Premium.
Okay.
It's literally 90 minutes.
That actually segues me into the next book. So the next book I'm going to recommend, this is one I recommend every year. This is typically how I start my year off with, and I usually will read this book once a quarter. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne.
Ooh.
And he actually references this book
Yep.
in his reading, and he talks about, so the 12 universal laws that she was just talking about, it's just not about manifesting. There's much more to this than just manifestation and that's what I love about The Secret. That's what it's about. Any type of life that you want, anything you want to achieve, the spouse you want, the kids you want, the life you want, it is all at your fingertips, and you can have it. You can manifest it. And that's what The Secret is about, the law of attraction. So highly recommend, if you've never read the book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, definitely pick it up. But part of manifestation, part of law of attraction is also taking action. And that's what the 12
laws of the universe.
Yeah, 12 laws of the universe talks about.
The universe loves action. Nothing happens until you take a step.
But if you've read The Secret, read it again. If you've never read The Secret, highly recommend it. It has positively changed my life in many ways, and that is why it's a book I read every year to start the year, and I will typically read it once a quarter.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump for just a second. So I spent a lot of the year reading actual paperback books, like novels.
Yeah.
I got after it. I went into the Ann Patchett universe, and I was reading a lot of novels, actually going through the physical process of holding a book, which was incredible. Shameless plug there. But as I move towards 2026, I have 4 books written down. So I'm going to shift into where I'm going into 2026.
Okay. Dang, you're an overachiever. I was not prepared for this.
Well, it's like, what episode did we do where you're like, here are the 5 things? I'm like, I have 9. I have 9 because I can't condense them all. It's like my cooking. I just want to add a little bit
all
more.
All right, what are you at?
4 books. Okay, I'm currently reading Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Okay.
I do his meditations every day. Love Dr. Joe. Change your energy, change your life.
Rewire, right?
I know.
Isn't that what he's all about?
You can literally tell, like, now having perspective, I'm like, oh, you can tell, like, what I'm interested in and where I'm going. Okay.
Well, it works.
It does work. High vibes, baby. I'm also going to read Mastery by Robert Greene.
Okay.
It's the same person who wrote 48 Laws of Power.
Okay.
And then there is a book that I've been dying to read from a marketing perspective called Propaganda. And yeah, let me see who wrote this. It has been in my library.
We already have it downloaded?
Yeah. Edward Bernays. Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like the father of advertising. Yeah. So he talks about how you get buy-in. I have no idea what this book is about, but it's been recommended by a lot of different people. So from a marketing standpoint, I'm going to read Propaganda. And then the next one, because I've loved the vibe of Benjamin Hardy, I'm going to read The Big Leap.
The Big Leap.
Yep. So Becoming Supernatural,
before.
Mastery, Propaganda, and The Big Leap. Would you recommend it?
The Big Leap?
Yeah.
I read it a few years ago, but if I remember correctly, I would recommend it. There's just not very many books I wouldn't recommend when it comes to business, because I think that there's something to be learned from every book. Not that... Now, if you're just reading a book and you can't drive with it, that's one thing. I'm not one of those guys that I'm going to be like... Because I used to force myself to finish it. I don't do that anymore. Like, if I'm not driving with it, I'm putting you on the shelf. I'm deleting you out of my library. Like, I might try to come back to you at a different season in my life, and maybe you'll talk to me then. But The Big Leap was one. If I finished, I don't remember everything about it transparently. It was back when I was reading like 50, 60 books a year. And
you know, I feel the same way when it comes to books. I'm like, okay, so my alternative is I listen to nothing. I listen to nature. I listen to music. Those are like kind of my things I can do. So if I'm going to listen to a book, even if I get one thing out of it, that may be the one thing that completely shifts my day, my mood, a decision I make in business, how I show up and lead somebody, how I respond to an email. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with giving you a couple hours of my time to have you shift something inside of me.
I just think that's the mindset that me and you have, though. Like, I believe that me and you are the individuals that believe we can learn from anyone and anything. Just like that's why part of why we love the Buzz so much is because we have guests on all the time and we learn from every single guest. There is not one guest we have on that we don't learn something from. It's just like books I read. If it is a business book, I'm going to take something away from that book, no matter how small or how big. And so you asked me if you should read The Big Leap. Yeah, you should read The Big Leap. Absolutely. And if you don't drive with it, put it back on the shelf. It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
All right. My last book.
Give it to me.
that I'm going to recommend that I read every single year. This is one that if you've never read it, please buy it today. It's going to be right up there with The Secret and Four Agreements. It is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I read it every year. I read it multiple times a year. It is a book that has changed our life, the way we look at things. If you've never read it or you've never read any books by Napoleon Hill, you will not be disappointed. Go out, pick it up right now, listen to it, read it, whatever floats your boat. I'm just not crazy about the 1-minute recaps of books. I don't think that does books any justice. Do the whole thing. There's a reason why there's 300, 400 pages and not just 2.
Oh my gosh. I love this so much. I love reading, investing in yourself, growing. If you are listening, you are that kind of person. You already know what we are talking about.
Well, so much of what we just look, a lot of what we're recommending, at least me, Miracle Morning, Chop Wood, Carry Water, Think and Grow Rich, The Secret, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Four Agreements. So much of it is right here. Like how you view the world, your mindset, understanding the process of who you have to become and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, the importance of manifestation and attraction and taking action and surrounding yourself with the right people. Like that's what all these books are really about. And it all comes back to you.
The relationship that you have with yourself.
Yep.
And I think if I had to encapsulate all of it, I think that's the most important thing is how we talk to ourselves, what's going on upstairs, what we believe we're capable of, how we show up and reflect out onto other people. Mm-hmm. I think that's the most important thing is how we show up and exist in this world, especially as somebody who's always looking around and going, what's my potential? How can I improve? How can I help others improve? How can I give value? And sometimes it's just being yourself. Sometimes it's just showing up and owning your wonderful greatness, your light, your beauty, your intelligence, all of these things, just being you, owning who you are.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from hearing a lot of other people say the same things over and over again. All of these books you're going to hear the same thought process.
You want to know what the secret of success is? The magic bullet?
Please tell
me. The
me.
secret sauce that everybody's looking for? You. And what's going on inside of you and what you're going to tell yourself, the stories. Everything has to do with you. Everything in your life that is happening is a direct reflection of you and the vibes you're putting out into the universe. So if you love your life, you better keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like it, here's the best part, is you can change. But you have to change your life. But it's all going to come back to you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm surprised of before we end this episode?
Tell me.
You read these fairy books that you were just crazy.
I
for sure thought those were going to be on the list.
Hold on. I was not. My mistletoe is a flopping now. Okay. I was not going to put myself out there like that.
I for sure thought we were going to be getting elfed up today on some fairy action.
All right,
All
right. Can I have a moment? All right. Let's have a moment. You, me, all our friends who are listening here. Okay. So Sarah J. Maas wrote a book called A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I'm telling you right now, the fact that more women aren't pregnant after reading that book is just an absolute shock to me. Shock. And these books there were 5 books in that series. I gobbled them. And then I started another whole series by her. I'm currently reading an 800-page book.
Oh, these books were 500 pages a pop?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Anyways.
So you thought I
thought for sure a little fairy action was going to come on.
What?
Recommended books for 2026.
I got a little hot fairy book for you. 50 Shades of Fairies. No, I'm not. But if you do read it and you like it, Crescent City is your next read after that. No, I wasn't going to put it out. I went the intellectual route, and I was like, I read Ann Patchett, who won the PEN Faulkner Novel Award.
Hey, I had
but
to.
I also did read some fairy smut.
You read a lot this year, and so, I know you love those books, so I'm just going to throw them in there. I don't know what they're about, but whatever.
Yeah, you do know what they're about. You're well aware. We are a married couple. It is Christmas. I hope you are noggin. I hope you have presence around you. I hope you are filled with so much love and excitement and joy this holiday season. We are overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing literally your most valuable resources with us, your time and attention. We appreciate you so, so much. Enjoy this holiday season. Stay safe, stay well, and keep tuning into The Buzz.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.